Anita, I mean, is this the growth or the sharp rise in the OTT viewership temporary, or it is there for long run now? What's your perspective from ZEE5 or OTT perspective?
Okay, firstly, thank you, Neel. And I think you're used to this audience because you deal with us at L'Oréal as well. Yeah. So, like Anushri was mentioning, essentials. I think what ITC has been talking about is essentials for the body. And what I think at ZEE5 we talk about is essentials for the mind, especially in this pandemic situation, because, with everybody locked in houses and everybody working from home, at least for the first 2 months, people didn't know what to do, what hit them. Nobody is used to sitting at home. Nobody is used to working as much at home because you're used to those long traffic hours, reaching your office or coming back and spending time in office, having your coffee breaks, face-to-face interactions, physical face-to-face interactions, at your offices and all that. So I think it took a toll on everybody. I mean, if I talk about myself also as a consumer of all kinds of essentials and everything else that we consume, took a huge toll because mentally everybody was saying, what the hell has hit us? It was very difficult to come to terms with the fact that for 1 month, not stepped out of my house, I've not walked down the stairs. I mean, what is it all going on, And of course, thanks to, the ITC wheels kind of a situation where you knew that you could actually, go buy those commodities or essentials for yourself. But what does one do with the, the essentials for the mind? And I think that is where platforms, and I'll talk in general about OTT platforms, and then of course come specifically to ZEE5 as to how we've gained. In general, everybody wanted entertainment. Everybody was then with the remote in their hands trying to figure out what is it that I want to watch. Did their kind of binging on television, and with no production happening, no new content coming on, after a point you were moving out of television. From an entertainment perspective, the only thing probably that you stayed with on television was checking out every day, if 22nd of March was actually just one day close down, is it going to continue? Is it not going to continue? Am I allowed to go out? Am I at my restaurants open? Oh God, cinemas, kind of not there. How do I watch movies, or what do I do? How do I go shop? Yeah. So given all that, I think news was something that possibly, got those eyeballs. But it was largely from an information perspective. And if you ask me, giving us more stress than anything else, because, you were like eagerly waiting on the edge of the chair to say, what is going to come next? I mean, is Modi going to tell us to beat more thalis the next day, or how are things going to really take change? Given that even the production had stopped, I think the television channels, the broadcast media had kind of exhausted all its content, and then what do you hold consumers or viewers with? You hold them with content, right? So given that situation, I think OTT platforms were the next best. It was just an automatic shift. So I think the situation just made that automatic shifts. You saw, as you rightfully said, Neel, yourself, you've subscribed to everything. I've also subscribed to everything. Yeah. And, wanting to again check. So one has done all of Netflix, one has done all of Amazon Prime. And now, again, after a couple of months, people were waiting for even more content, because how much more will you watch on Netflix? Suddenly, when I go through it, I'm saying, God, I've seen everything, or everything that I like, not really everything to be consumed there. And same with Amazon as well. Again, no new productions coming up. I think that is where the OTT platforms, the Indian OTT platforms, had a lot to gain, because there was a lot of new content coming in. And specifically, if I would talk about ZEE5, I think we've been one of the platforms who's kind of blessed with a lot of new content. And I think it's been general forward planning or proactive planning from the content team, that they've been constantly looking at what content to use, what content to share, and what content to acquire, so that the audiences are kept glued in. So that I think worked as a huge advantage for ZEE5, because constantly we were probably the only OTT platform which was doling in new content day in, day out, and even opened up our SVOD movies, etc., to the regular consumers. Everything which was behind a paywall also came up front. So because with the changing times, what do we all do? I mean, we all with our brands try and change consumer habits, right? So for us, we've kind of, the environment has helped us change that consumer habit. We've moved from television broadcast to OTT platforms, and the subscriptions have gone up. The number of viewers every day, the video views which are there, the monthly users, average users, or your daily users have constantly seen a spiral. Yeah. And also the fact that another thing which has really interestingly emerged is the connected TV piece.
Yes.
Because now you have the television at home, you'd rather watch what you want to watch on a connected TV on the large screen than in the screen in the little phone in your hand. So again, loads of viewers coming in from the connected TV piece. So the interesting piece that ZEE5 also did was, actually we are on with all the television partners, so we've even taken the pains to go back to older models and get our app integrated in that. So to that extent, we've got a huge amount of viewers on connected TV. So my convoluted answer to your question is that I think it's here to stay. I don't think that I don't think things are going to open up so quickly. Yeah, even if they open up, there will be this little scare in everybody's mind, because everybody is being extra cautious. And I think this whole phenomena of us continuing to entertain the consumer has built in that consumer loyalty also, like the way it has with ITC, or like the way it has with many other brands. I think that consumer loyalty is coming to say, this is a channel or a platform which continues to entertain you day in, day out. So I think it's here to stay.